What is up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're starting a new video series. This one is called You Don't Know Jack. Now I'm gonna be a little blunt here. There is maybe some crude language, so watch at your own risk. So, sorry. Sorry, Dad. Dad's here. I know, that's the smartest idea to do. First video with crude language and Dad's here. That's the smartest idea. Anyway, let's get into it. It's a trivia game. It's really fun. It's really wacky. Let's get into it.
Okay, we're on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Rascal. I can't believe. Oh my god, Rascal. Okay, fine. Have fun. Have fun. Come back when you're done.
If we can refocus that light so that it's not in my face, that would be great.
Can't believe we did that. So,
light number 17. Thank you. And
we're gonna do episode 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna enter my name and all
mom's
that.
here and she
I'm here. Are you in?
go to the bathroom.
Oh, the MLYJ. So, this is a fun little wacky quiz game. Angel and I played episode 1 just to see how the game went, and I have already forgotten the answers.
Whoa, dude!
So this series is gonna involve tons of
man?
family
Just some
members
baby
and
carrots, bro.
everything. Okay,
Whoa,
wacky.
but they look
So
like-
we're gonna have different family members and all that. Not just gonna be Dad.
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff.
Nice. Good.
I bet you two are going to find this game very challenging. Don't ask me how I know. You all take care of those screws now. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
The San Francisco Otter Choir.
Otter-
Free
Otter
concerts
Choir.
every Wednesday, except for mating season.
I love it.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and
So there's a
bonus
wrong
cash.
answer in the game. You already told you this game is weird.
All right, here we go.
Get ready, time for question 1.
So how you like it so far?
To get started, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water?
I got you.
10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Player 1.
Oh, dang.
Player 2. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water.
Oh, dang.
That other
That's
20%
already-
is just so
Whoa,
round and firm, I
okay.
can't stop thinking about it.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it's all.
Yeah, sorry. Don't ask.
Next, his acting is all right. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Player 2, watch that clock. Players 1 and 2. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages.
Hey,
Which is
look
funny
at
because
us.
most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
I will agree with that. Oh, I can hit that, but I can't hit the 2.
Here's one I like to call, brought to you by the letter U-nibrow.
Cool.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And
Love
if
these
you
themes.
get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most
Oh, geez.
eyebrows.
Oh, no.
Bert,
Oh,
Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the
Okay, so
Count. The
fewest
Count,
to
Bert, Ernie,
most.
or Ernie, the Count, Bert.
So, I'm gonna be wrong.
Watch your time. Player 1.
Oh my god.
Player 2. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! That earned you an extra $1,000.
Oh my gosh. Dad is crushing me. Honestly thought it'd be the other way. I've played this before, like this exact series of questions. I haven't played it in like months, but still.
And on its way, Duck, Duck, Swan.
Ooh.
Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette?
I don't watch Duck Dynasty.
Watch your clock. Player 2. Player 1. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead.
Hey, that was a complete guess,
if
but
they
I'll
find
take
out
it.
you once fooled around with a lady
And even
swan
though
in
I got that
college.
right, you're still crushing me by like 20, 30. Like the James Bond movie. Not gonna lie.
Take a good look at the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a this or that.
Ooh, this or that. This or that.
Player 1. Your score's looking a little thin. You take
Yeah.
this one and try and fatten it up. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious
Oh my
George.
gosh.
If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Player 2. Choose your answer before player 1, and if player 1 gets it wrong and you get it right, that cash is yours.
Yeah.
Alrighty
so,
then, here it comes.
You ready?
Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. At the house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. You were a couple of bananas short of a bunch.
I'm surprised Curious George got high on ether or whatever that was. Like, what?
I think we can all agree that
Okay.
it's time for that
I'm
little
closer.
bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That's the end of round 1. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. And don't forget, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Okay, we're bringing it on.
Oh no! Number 6.
Why not try Dumber and Dumberer 2? So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Player 2. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise.
Ooh.
Player 1. No, but speaking of otter, get it?
The wrong answer of the
one.
game, baby!
The greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome $8,000. Yeah, you're welcome.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
May I introduce Let It Go,
Oh
Let
my
It
gosh,
Go,
why?
Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Player 1, check please. Player 2, you may not know how temperatures work. The correct answer is
30
degrees
Celsius.
is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
86, wow.
And I know,
Okay,
blah,
I didn't
blah,
have
blah,
time
he
to
can
work.
magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen
C
in the real
equals
world
9
to a talking
fifths F,
snowman.
but I didn't have time to convert that.
Follow me down to the sea.
How about kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, peanuts,
Oh, no.
Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
1879.
Player 2? Nobody picks that one. Player 1? That's just nuts.
Oh, come
It
on.
was begging to be picked.
Kangaroo.
Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts.
Okay, we get it.
I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot
No.
because he left
We
behind some
both
important
started off
equations
pretty
on
well,
the
and then
uterine
it's
wall.
just... Okay, well, you started off well. I've never been good. 9. I like 9.
I call this one wine or lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with
Dad,
a non-offensive
might as well win.
red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Not much time left. Players 1 and 2? This isn't going to go with dinner at all. Want to see the right answer? Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn.
So, how do you like this game so far?
Try this on for size. I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when
Okay,
he
this is
kissed
just
her?
wrong.
About 5
This is
inches
just
deep,
wrong.
about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches
Okay,
deep, or
giraffe.
about 30 inches deep?
Giraffe.
Player 2? I think at that point it would practically be coming out the other end. Player 1. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep
Great,
into a
I
woman's
love my
mouth
guess.
a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it.
Awesome.
And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore.
Jack attack. Oh.
Brace yourself for the
round
attack.
3.
When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, but
So
you
it's
lose
whoever
2,000
can
if you're
do it
wrong.
faster,
And
but if you
don't
do it
forget,
wrong, you lose 2,000 if you get it right.
it's gotta be a match that fits this clue.
The
Your
clue
house is
is-
made of what?
house
What
is made of
materials are their
Ready?
houses made from? Good luck.
Oh god, I forgot what the second it used. Is this it? No. Oh wait, we messed it. I mean, we did mess it. Hook one. Patrick from SpongeBob. we both like lunged for it. Tapeworms. Oh. Yeah. When it comes back up, like Dad hit it like 3 times and didn't calculate. I'll give you that one. Because that cheated. Because it comes back. Who's gonna step we? Oh, I thought it redid.
Player one's got it!
It was
Player one, I could give you some praise for that solid
whatever.
victory, but I'd rather give you this.
No, Dad should have had positive money at least. He would have gotten 2 of them, so you would have had 3,000. You would have been negative. You want to do one more? All right, we're doing 2
I am
now.
Cookie Masterson,
Great.
and I shaved my nipples for this, so let's hurry before it grows
Why?
back. Like, we need to get moving now.
Okay, great. Great.
You know, seeing the 2 of you there together makes me hopeful that one day we'll have peace in the Middle East. And there's your hardware. If you think another player is clueless, screw them
Okay,
and
we
make
didn't
them
use
answer
screw last
immediately.
time,
If
so-
they miss it, you win extra cash. And our
wrong
wrong
answer.
answer of the game is brought to you by...
Flavored eye drops. Why let your mouth have all the fun? Flavored eye drops.
Are you serious?
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Get ready, time for question.
1.
Right off the bat, Eat, Pray, Die. Which of these Julia Roberts characters would Jack the Ripper have been most likely to savagely murder? Erin Brockovich, Vivian Ward, Tess Ocean, or Liz Gilbert? Player one.
Did I get
Player
the same
two,
thing from the last
Vivian
round?
Ward is the name of the prostitute Julia Roberts plays in Pretty Woman, and almost all of
I
serial
don't know
killer
Jack
Jack the
the
Ripper's
Ripper.
alleged victims were female prostitutes, so he'd probably have just loved to murder her.
Good job.
I can see it now. He'd open the box with his knife in it. She'd reach in and he'd playfully shut it, snapping her fingers. She'd laugh, he'd laugh, then he'd kill her.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Coming up next,
Weird indeed.
If I Only Had a Brain Trust. Suppose the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz faced off against the Wicked Witch of the West in a public debate. If he wanted to use a straw man argument against her, what might he do? Attack the Wicked Witch's character rather than the issues? Misrepresent the Wicked Witch's position on the issues? Prove the Wicked Witch wrong using statistical data? Or interrupt the Wicked Witch before she finishes her points? Watch the clock. Player one. Hey, way to be wrong. Player
Thanks.
two. A straw man argument purposefully misrepresents an opponent's position in order to strike it down.
Okay, are you guessing or do you like know this
Here's
stuff?
how I would debate the Wicked
Okay, I know you
Witch.
know the last
Ladies
one,
and
you were, like,
gentlemen,
commenting on
one
it,
of the
but
two
did you
candidates
just-
you see
that
here
luck or,
tonight
like-
is a Wicked Witch. Thank you, I
Oh,
ruled the rest
man.
of my
I would
time.
just like, I don't know. I would just like, pick this one. So you actually have strategy. I'm just like, pick it, you know? Like,
Up next, getting naughty. And this dis or
Oh.
dat leg's being tied up.
oh, it's another this or that.
Player one. Why don't you take this dis or dat since you need the most
I'm
help?
doing
I'm
terrible.
gonna read off 7 names, and for each one you tell me if it's the name of a necktie knot
Oh,
or
jeez.
the name of a sex position recommended by Women's Health magazine. If
I'm
it's
gonna know none
a
of
necktie
these.
knot,
I don't
press
wear
the square
neckties
button. If it's
and
a
circle,
sex
that's just
position,
self-explanable.
press the circle button. Player two.
I gotta worry about
Lock in
tests
your answer
before I worry
before
about
player
this.
one, because if player one gets it wrong and you get it right,
Yeah,
you
so if you
steal
do
the
it before
cash.
me and I get it wrong, you get it
good?
right.
Here
you
we
get the
go.
money instead.
The Half Windsor. The Valedictorian. The Prince Albert.
Oh, okay, I know that
The Trinity.
one. Oh my
The
god.
Caboose. The Chairman. The Four in Hand. You wear
great.
clip-ons, don't you?
Awesome. I wear clip-ons. Sure. Barely over. Oh, positive. Oh, nice. You got a...
My usual sex
steal.
position is also the way I usually tie a tie, alone in front of a mirror. Pucker up for.
Tangle closer
Shop
to 10.
till everyone drops. Say at Christmas time, every single item at your local mall sells out. According to a popular grim fairy tale, which of these stores has the best chance to be magically stocked overnight by hardworking elves? Foot Locker, Radio Shack, Victoria's Secret, or Lens Crafters? Player one. In the grim fairy tale, The Elves and the Cobbler, a poor shoemaker is given some much-needed help by elves who appear in the middle of the night.
I just did shoes because
And while
they're
the shoemaker
small
made a
and
nice
short.
profit, the elves were trampled to death on Black Friday.
Oh.
Player two. I think your vision's blurred. But clear your eyes tastefully with these flavored eye drops. All those in flavor, say aye. Today's wrong answer of the game earns you $4,000.
Oh
Enjoy.
my gosh. Dang it. Oh my gosh. Dang it. Dang it. Oh.
It's time for Okia Dokia. If you're driving between company headquarters,
Oh, no
which
driving.
trip should be the shortest? IKEA to Kia, Kia to Nokia, Nokia to IKEA, or IKEA Nokia? Oh, you're screwed,
did
player
not.
one. You got 5
Did
seconds.
not. The shortest. That one.
This is gonna hurt. Player two, way to screw, baby.
Oh,
Why
come
not grab
on.
a few more bucks while you're at it?
That is ruthless. So you can either wait out the timer and not lose any money, or you can try your luck and try and get money out of it. You know it's not triangle. Just gonna wait it, or are you gonna...
2 players and that one guess between
fine.
you. It's the new math. This would have been nice. Nokia is based in Finland, and IKEA is based right next door in Sweden. Kia is based in South Korea. Whether it's phones, furniture, or cars, if it's got Kia in the name, you know it's gonna be cheap. I mean inexpensive. Inexpensive!
And expect not cheap.
That'll bring an end to our first round.
Dad, I see what you're
Remember,
playing
in round
at.
2, every question is worth double.
Oh, jeez.
And I want to see some screwing.
I might as well
I
wave
didn't
the
hand
white
them out for my
flag.
health.
Dad's gonna get double points now. Oh no! Help! Help! Help!
This one's called Muscle Milk Was a Bad Choice.
Okay.
Say the news team from the Anchorman films decides to run a relay race against a rival news team. If Ron Burgundy is his team's anchor, when will he run? Before Brick, Brian, and Champ? After Brick and Brian, but before Champ? Before Brian and Champ, but after Brick? Or after Brick, Brian, and Champ? Players 1 and 2? In a relay race, the anchor, usually the fastest runner, goes last.
Go.
And they would probably promote the race so incessantly that by the time it actually took place, you wouldn't be that interested in seeing it anymore.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
I feel like you.
Here we
spirits
have,
there, number 7.
guess who's Dak? Dak again. You know, I'm not an optimist, but I have to say, I feel like things have been going pretty well with the game so far.
Son, Daddy forgot about me.
Oh no, my old ventriloquist puppet, Billy O'Brien.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
Billy,
This is
the
the
whole
game.
creative team here decided to not include you in this game because you're too much of a troublemaker.
Troublemaker? Me? No, I just got back from traveling the world, studying all the profound teachings of titular world spiritual leaders. For instance, which titular religious group was founded by someone with the last name of Smith? Protestants, Episcopalians,
Oh, no.
Presbyterians, or Nornuns?
Okay, this is unfair. He can't
Players
speak.
1 and 2. The Mormon religion was founded in the 1800s by Joseph Smith.
In America.
Oh, I thought
So,
that was
which
no
was your
one.
favorite religion you studied?
Oh, I thought you
Well, I
went no
particularly
one. I was
like the ones that
yeah, I knew
treats the
Protestants
doubt
was like
reincarnation.
Martin Luther.
Someday, I hope to come back as a beautiful coffee table.
Okay, that was not okay. She couldn't speak.
Coming up, Orcas 11. Say I wanted to go around freeing the killer whales from every SeaWorld location in the world. How many separate rescue missions would I need to go on? 3 rescue missions, 4 rescue missions, 5 rescue missions, or 6 rescue missions? Player 1. Did you pick this on purpose?
That's not
Player
okay.
2. There are 3 SeaWorlds, 1 in San Diego, 1 in San Antonio, and 1 in Orlando. So you would need to go on 3 separate rescue missions.
Wow, okay, so I
Well,
won
that
last
sounds like
round,
a
but
lot
you
of
were
traveling. Maybe I'll just pay
slaughtering
that kid from Free
right
Willy
now.
to do it. Something tells me he could use the cash.
Nine. Hey, at least I can sing harmony.
Take
with
a
9.
stab at Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein,
Oh,
or
again?
Uranus.
Kangaroo, peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Yeah, okay, great.
The name of Jeff Dunham's purple-skinned puppet. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
I don't even know Jeff.
Players 1 and 2. Where's that confounded right answer? His name is Peanut. What? I have to admit, people who
That's my
talk
favorite.
through ventriloquist puppets kind of creep me out.
That you talk through me.
Quiet, Billy. Stop trying to get me to kill people.
Whoa, now
Whoa,
you're creeping
that-
me out, man.
That's like a hard left turn. That's you and me, Dad. Except you don't have
Let's try the midnight run to the bathroom. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, how would Paul Revere secretly signal to you that he has to pee in the sea? I have to do a number 1 in a 1.
You know what? Why not?
The screw is in you, player 2. 5 seconds to make a choice.
Okay,
Way to screw, player 1.
I'm gonna get this wrong because I'm
Why not
also
pick
gonna
up
try.
a few more bucks? Player 1. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem, Paul Revere's Ride, Paul's signal for the British was 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. And as we all know, a number 1 is a P. And Americans would have
You're
known about
still,
the British sooner
like,
if you hadn't stopped
but
for
I have to
number
get 2.
4.
I have to get 3
You don't even
Jack
wanna
Attack
know what that
questions
is.
to get ahead of you. No, to tie up with you. What? Oh no, I need 4. I think it's like 5 or 7.
Step
Alright, Dad.
right up to the Jack Attack. When you see 2
Okay,
clues
we know how to
that
play this.
match,
Are we ready?
Press the X. Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. This plus this equals that.
Oh, no.
What new thing do these combine to make? Good luck.
Oh! Ah, dang it, we both saw it. Oh no, I'm not good. I'm not good with this. I'm not good with this stuff. Oh, yay! Periodic table. Oh. Okay. Diet Coke and Mentos. Oh, dang. Steve Rogers. What? Steve Rogers from the Super Soldier era. Okay. I got it off of Soldier. Champagne and orange juice. What? I didn't even know. Okay. Bowling and flat light. Eruption. I think you got it. What? Oh my gosh! No way!
I had faith in you from the very beginning. I told
All
everyone, I
right.
said, player
That's
one will
gonna end this
eventually get to the
episode.
end of this game.
I
Thanks for not letting me down. Oh,
barely
here, I got you
skimmed by.
something.
You don't know Jack!
I mean, this trivia game is pretty fun, though. I think... Let's back out of here. So... Good game?
Good game?
Good game, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's February 30, so my brain was...
Oh, yeah, yeah. We're playing this a little later, and Dad... I'll challenge you to a rematch later.
Yeah, we'll
You'll be
do
on a later episode. Not next episode, because I want other family members to get in here, but... Definitely another time.
All right.
I feel like Dad's gonna come back and, like, he's gonna study, like, just random facts, and he's gonna just...
Crush it.
Yeah, seriously. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of this. Next time, either Andrew or Gamer Grammy is going to come on. So, tune in next time. And Dad set a new rule. We're going to do 2 episodes at a time. See you in the next episode of You Don't Know Jack.
Don't forget to subscribe.